welcome back. So this is going to be kind of a short video today. I have to go do a job before it starts to rain. But I want to come here and talk about our dilemma. Here is our dilemma. Remember how those flat spots were not turning when I moved the throttle? You remember back on, was it the last video? I think it was the last video we did. After we removed the gasket from here, we put this pump back on and we primed it, and we let's see, I'm trying to think of the order that we did things in. The engine did run. It was doing that weird sort of surging thing where the RPM would bounce up and down, but I did have control of it with this lever. So if those plungers aren't turning, the ones in there, how did I have control of the RPM with this lever? That's the question. This lever is physically connected to those plungers. Now come over here, and we have the throttle actuator, the lever up here, moving it like that, and then that moves this, and then there is a governor in here, and the governor is of course buried under this front cover. It's not like I can pull it out and look at it, I don't think. Yeah, no, it's all part of this whole front timing cover of the engine. I'd have to take the radiator off and take all that junk off to see what's going on in the governor. Man, that's a shame. Anyway, that's so except for the governor, there is a direct physical connection between this lever and these plungers. How was it able to turn? How did I have any control of the throttle? That's the dilemma. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that pump off again. All right, stand by. All right, I hope you're recording. I hope you're seeing this. So I got 3 out of the 4 bolts off. That's the only one left. I took off the fuel line. You've already seen that a bunch of times. Here is the reveal. So what you're looking for is under here, there's a pin on the underside of the pump. There's a pin that's facing down, and the inside of the engine there's a fork on the end of a piece of metal. That fork is connected to the governor. That fork moves back and forth. It engages that pin. The pin engages the shaft. So as that fork moves back and forth, that moves the rack back and forth, and that increases or decreases the amount of fueling, increases or decreases RPM. So okay, we're gonna look and see try to figure out what happened. You got a better view at this than I do. I'm gonna see if I can watch. I can see also. There's the pin, and there's the fork. Well, what the hell? Hold on. Oh, there goes my pump parts. I'm gonna put this. I have to clean up this pump, put it back together. Right there's the fork. Sure seemed like it was engaging the pin. Let's see if I need to try to mount you to this thing. I'm going to go move the throttle back and forth. See, it moved to one side. That's full throttle. That's shut off. Full throttle, shut off. And it was right there. And that's where the pin was. I am perplexed. I am quite perplexed. Because that's right where the pin was for the rack. Well, the plot thickens. I'm gonna have to yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, but I can tell you one thing that I have to do old Bertha's up there running, so I got to get to work before the rain comes. Anyway, stay tuned. Hello there, welcome back. So we are still in the midst of this fuel pump dilemma, but I wanted to sort of point something out, that the way those are, well, maybe you can see that one a little bit better. You can see the flat spot. Let's see. Hold on, let me see if I can. I'm going to try to do this. We'll see how this goes. So, there's a. Hold on, I gotta get my camera, my flashlight. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully with some better vision. So, you can see those, there we go. Those flat spots you can see pretty clearly. You can see that there's a flat spot that's pointing up-ish, like at you're about 11 o'clock. And then there's another flat spot that's pointing down-ish at about your 8 o'clock. Something like that. And there's like a little point on the end of the plunger that just kind of points to the left. Whoops, I lost my... I have to hold, there we go. You can see the end of the plunger very easily. Right there. That's how it was when we pulled it out of the tractor. That is the plunger in shutoff position. That's why the pump stopped fueling, because it was shut off. Quite simply. Here, let me turn the and here's the pin over to the left in shutoff position. Let's turn the pin over to the right. And look at that. It's greasy. Make sure you can see that. There we go. You can see the flat spot. There's a flat spot that points straight down. That's like a mid-fueling position. The full fueling is spring-loaded, so I don't think I can turn it. Hold the pin. I'll try, see if I can show you. Well, so yeah, you can't see anything down in there. I don't have enough hands, but anyway, the full fueling position is spring-loaded. That's sort of a mid-fueling position, but you can see that the plunger's turned and that flat spot is, facing downward now. So that is a mid-fueling position. Let me go back to, and that is back to shutoff. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go back to the tractor. Alright, so here's another view of this. This is that fork that has to engage the pin on the bottom of the pump. That fork moves when I move the throttle. That's full fueling. That's shut off. It doesn't move very much, just a little bit. So we're going to put it in the middle. That's the fork here. Let's see if I can, it's kind of dark in here. The fork is in the middle. There, see? Our throttle lever is in the middle. So all we're going to do here is I'm just going to set the pump on here and make sure I get my pin right. So we're going to put the pin in the middle, just like that, and we're going to hope to just set it in there. Feeling some resistance. Hold on, let me get I'm in a weird position here. Oh, now my gasket fell apart. Well, it didn't fall apart, it just moved. Let me get the gasket back on. I have some super sticky grease holding that thing on, but the gasket is really getting soft. Doesn't want to play nice. Okay, let's try that again. So I have my pin in the middle. I'm kind of If I let go, the pin kind of falls down, but I'm kind of holding it with that finger so it's in the middle, more or less. And I'm just kind of wiggling this on here. Okay, there we go. That just plopped right in. I'm going to put on a bolt. Maybe I'll put on 2 bolts. Just to hold it in place. And I am going to have to take this back off again to put the delivery valves and such back in. But this is just to demonstrate how it should be working. Okay, I think that's good enough for our purposes today. Alright, so now those dang it. Those plungers now have a flat spot pointing down. You seeing that? There. Has a flat spot pointing down. Let's move the throttle lever. Doesn't matter which way, let's just move it up like that. That's in shut off. And they're still pointing down. I didn't do it again. Let's double check. Move the throttle lever full the other way. This is full fueling. And they're still pointed down. Well, let's get that pump back off of there. We're going to keep doing this until we get it right. I don't know why this is so tricky. I mean, maybe there is a trick to it, but that fork has to engage the pin on the pump, or else this is just not gonna happen. I don't know why this is being such a problem, but that fork has to engage the pin. There's no 2 ways about that. These gaskets. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't. How do I make sure that that fork? Let me move it back to the middle. That kind of in a middle place. And I got the pin back in the middle. We'll try this again. I gotta figure out the technique here. What do I gotta do to make this stupid thing work? I wonder. Huh. Well, let's try it again. I'm just, dang it. Ah. All right, maybe this needs more of my super sticky grease. So I can feel I'm on the fork. That felt like it went in. I'm not going to tighten it any more than that. There's really no need to at this point. So, flat spots are down. I move the lever. Flat spots are still down. Well, I do not understand what's going on here. What is up with this? tends to... Isn't that interesting? I am moving it. I'm moving the whole pump. When I move the pump, the thingies move. This is a mystery. And the crazy thing is, with those delivery valves not installed, it's easy to see, but with the delivery valves installed, I can't see. See, now the flat spots are pointed to the left, which is in shutoff. And they're still pointed to the left. I'm moving the lever. Wow. Boy, I wish there was a better way to do this. Stupid gaskets. This is a mystery. Definitely a mystery. Why is this doing this? My pin seems to be right on center. See if I can watch it in. It looks like it went right in. Alright, when you move the lever, I don't think they're moving. Nope, not moving. Wow. This is... This is such a seemingly simple thing, yet why can't I make it happen? Alright, let me get the silly gaskets out of here for now. Gaskets are pissing me off. Set those up there. What is going on? I'll try again. I'm just trying to watch. I mean, I am just about... Dang it, I flinched. I just about watched the pin go in. I mean, I couldn't absolutely see it, but I mean, it was right on it. The pin was right on that little fork. Okay, so, whoops. It's, now we're obviously not going to run it like this. My flat spots are down. Still down. Still down. Alright. So what has to be happening here is that the governor is just not turning the rack. Right? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. That the little shaft isn't actually doing anything. See if I can see anything. Well, and of course you can't tell. I mean, I wonder, am I somehow interfering with, like, I don't know what's going on. Alright, I think I figured it out. So this fork in here, see if I can, this guy, it looked like it was too high up. It looked like it was interfering with the bottom of the pump, like maybe I was hitting this thing or something like that. I really couldn't tell. So I just simply bent it down a little bit, and I think we got it this time. I think we may have had it all along. It's just that it was kind of bent. There, I'm on my little pins. Okay, so flat spot is pointing down. Let me move the throttle. And did they turn? Yeah, there they go. Now the flat spot is pointing to the right. That is full fueling. And now the flat spot is kind of moved to the left. That is off. Right? Isn't that what we said off was? Off enough? Close enough off? So yeah, I think we got it this time. So, it's not even 7 o'clock. I'm not going to run this. It's a little early. I have neighbors. So I'm going to put these gaskets back in, put those delivery valves back in, and we'll prime it and run it a little bit later today. Hello, welcome back. We're a little bit later in the day, so we can start to make some noise. I have connected up, whoops, sorry about that. I have connected up the pump. Hang on. Okay, here we go. I have connected up the pump. Here are our lines. I have primed the pump already. And looks like I still have a little bit of a leak there. I'll tighten that guy up. Oh heck, what size is it? It's not 12, there it is. Touch on that. My fuel is on. Let's give it a crank. Oh, by the way, when I put the pump in, I just tried it as closely as I could to make sure that pin goes into the governor lever. One thing I did do is rotate the engine so that those lobes on the cam that's in here are facing the other way. So when I put the pump in, I'm not fighting those lobes or fighting the spring on the pump. So I'm hoping, excuse me, that will, I'm hoping I got it. Anyway, we're gonna go full fueling. We're just gonna watch for fuel come out here. Here we go. Nothing coming out of that one yet. There we go. All right. Now let's connect those up, and I want to hear it run. All right, here we go. Our lines are connected up. Let's back off the throttle a little bit. We're gonna glow for a few moments. Glowing, 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 glowing. All right, let's fire it up. There we go. Come on. Very consistent. It's not doing that wavering thing. Let's let it warm up a few minutes. Alright, look what we got. Idle's at about 600 RPM. There's 1,000. Sounds pretty good. That's 1,500. That's where it started to fail last time. Now watch. So did you see that? We went up to about 17 or 1800 before we started to, before it started to fall on its face. That's a real improvement. So we're doing better. We're doing better. I think I'm gonna mess with this screw a little bit to see if that gains us anything. And I need to try to figure out a way to find out what this engine's RPM actually is. I mean, I have an optical tachometer, and I wanted to put it on the crankshaft. What I did was, let you look under here, I took off that cover for the flywheel to see if I could gain any access, and I don't have any access. So we need to find a way to get maybe a little sticker, a little reflective tape on that crankshaft pulley. That might be the answer. Right there. That's my access. Oh, good Lord. This is not a great place to be with that engine running, but that's about the only place where I'm going to be able to get a sticker. Is right into there. That's the only place I can even see. That kind of sucks. Anyhow, I think we're in a good spot for today. We're running. We definitely made an improvement on the RPM. Now the next thing I got to do is verify that RPM. I certainly don't want to run this engine too much if it's if I'm actually going over. I just want to make sure that the the tach is reasonably accurate. So I think that's what we're gonna do next. Anyhow, thanks for watching and stay tuned.